numbers, guys. Go ahead. Who was the other one? Is that you, Daryl?
Yes, sir. 982.
775.
704.
1070.
Did I hear 775?
You did. You heard 775. KB6 WFC.
Oh, boy, you're early. Well, good evening to you, Mike. Thanks for coming in. The other night we waited, but you never did make it. So it's either early or late for you. Good evening to you. 775, we've got you. Pointed somewhere. I don't know where the hell I'm pointed here. Let me see. Maybe I'm pointed toward you. I'm going to have to rotate down to the Southern California direction here, Mike, so I'll catch you later if you want to come back. I'll be back up your way in about 10 minutes.
Roger, roger. You're 10 over 9 here.
Yeah, good signal here, too.
1079 in Bozo 1100.
Yeah. Okay, we got, did I hear 1100 and 1079? We got you.
Yep, K6USY.
KK6ZKE 704.
We got your 704. Sorry I didn't mention it. We heard you there, Terry.
Yeah, roger that, thanks.
KJ6TYO 1009.
Good evening, Ron.
Good evening.
Good to see you at the meeting.
And good to see you too.
Okay, pointed south now. And we're ready to take any other check-ins there into the 2-meter Bozo Net. Judy's sitting here with pencil poised, so she's ready, and so am I. K6MYC looking for KB6RQU and others. No such luck, him. KN6SWR by chance? No luck there either, okay. About anybody in Visalia? W6PYP, U6LAD, BA6AAJ, where's Rob tonight? KM6SRR. Everybody's late. I guess I could have come late and it wouldn't have made any difference, huh? Hey, Aaron, I didn't get a chance to talk to you at the meeting, but nice job. Nice job on your talk. Very well done. Very, very informative.
I agree.
Yeah, but Judy said you did a great job. Too bad we didn't know what the hell you were talking about. Over.
Oh, yeah, roger that. Yeah, it was a lot of stuff, and I probably could have talked for another 3 hours, and everyone would have been really confused.
Yeah, I got it. It's like trying to explain crypto to us.
Oh, that's okay, Mike. Yeah, there's plenty of things that you know that other people don't, so no big deal.
Well, I thank you very much. It was good to get used to the terminology, even if it went way over my head. Bye-bye.
Yeah, was it like talking to a doctor?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Oh, good deal. Well, yeah, we're glad you guys were able to make it. K6USY.
Yeah, no, it was good. And we had a nice dinner afterwards at Denny's there. That was good. You're sitting out of, well, you were in vocal range for most people, but my ears in that restaurant, I don't hear too much.
Why, good evening, Mike. K6VBG 971.
You sound a lot better. You must have recovered a little bit, huh?
I feel a little better, yeah.
That's good. It doesn't hurt to have a nice warm day. We had a pretty warm day. It was warm overnight after the rain, the snow, and the hail, and all of a sudden it warmed right back up again. It was really pleasant outside, even though we didn't have a lot of sun. It was a very nice, pleasant day.
And they're calling for more rain tonight.
Yeah, or by the morning 5 or so.
Yeah. I don't know. It's still cold up here. I mean, it's 54. To me, that's cold.
You're just a pansy, that's all. That's shirt sleeve and Missouri weather for those Minnesota guys.
Yeah, it was a little different this time. It seemed like there was more moisture in the air for some reason.
Yeah, Judy says she said looked at it today. It was 90%, so it's pretty musty. Frank, did you have a comment?
No, sir. I'm just sitting here listening. W6BBS.
Why, good evening, Frank.
Hello, Dave.
How are you doing up there in all that muddy mess?
The mud's gone now. Waiting for the next rain. You know, I'm on decomposed granite, so it's not really muddy. It gets like quicksand for a little while, and then clears right up. So all's good up here.
There you go. When are you going to get the concrete truck up there and concrete that thing?
When you leave me $1 million.
Yeah, that's about how much that would cost, too.
Well, we're just going to give it to you in Bitcoin. Whatever that is.
That's the story of my life. I get just a bit of coin.
Yep.
We'll give it to him in Shiba Inu and let him wait for it to accumulate.
Yeah, I'm glad that got Judy. I heard Judy laughing in the background. Okay, I'll let you carry on there, Mikey. W6BBS.
Okay, well, we'll give you a doji bit.
Yeah, Shiba Inu is like, yeah, I mean, you get 1 million of them for, $20 or something.
What, doji bits?
No, Shiba.
Oh, I don't know about that one. There's too many different ones. I can't figure out. We can't figure out how you go in a store and buy a box of cereal and some milk.
Yeah. Hey, Shiba actually, since I bought it, has gone up about 300%.
Oh, it's worth 3 cents now instead of a 0.01, huh?
Oh, no. There's 4 or 5. No, there's 4 zeros now in front of the numbers.
Decimal .0004.
0.00001 something.
Well, that's about a good denomination. I don't think we have to go more than 2 zeros, though.
Yeah, but when I got it, it was 6 zeros.
Okay.
A definite up.
All righty. Let's see. Is there anybody else that's following this chain of thought here? A train of thought, or chain of thought, as the case may be. Don't hear any other breakers here. How about Southern California? I hear them talking down there. Well, we got half a course gold in here. We need Dane and Dan and Robin, and we'll have the whole complement.
KM6SRI.
Speak of the Dayton Devil.
Roger. I'm just running barefoot. Hope you can hear me okay. I can hear the John in there, but I'm not going to be able to contact him over.
Oh, well, you got 100 watts.
Yeah, whatever this 9100 puts out.
9700?
No, I've got hooked up to 9100.
Oh, I think it's 50 with them.
No, I'm looking at my little chart. It's 100 watts on 2 meters.
Okay, well, there you are. So, you should be able to work them down there. That's what he's running is about that. So you should have comparable power. Anyway, I was going to say something about that. What's going on with the amp? You haven't got it all wired in yet?
Nope, I thought I could easily just hook it in this afternoon, and it wasn't quite that easy. I took yours out too soon to get it back to you because I had it on loan for so long. I wanted to bring all your stuff back.
Oh, well, that's okay. I'm sure you'll get the other one going quickly. It's more incentive when you don't have anything.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. The spot I had your amp in is much smaller than what this one is, so I've got to rearrange a lot of stuff.
Okay, sorry about that. I'm just quiet listening for crickets here. This is a 2-meter Bozo Net from Northern California, and we're looking for check-ins. Anybody that can hear the sound of my voice, please come in and give us a call. K6MYC, Central California, Delta Mike 07, Bozo 47, QRZ.
KM6HK, course goal.
Oh, well, knock me over with a ping pong ball. Hi, Dan.
Good evening. How do you copy my signal, all right?
Oh, yeah, you're fine. Good, crisp signal. Did you change the audio or something? Did you do something to the audio, Dan?
Where'd you go, Dan?
Oh, okay. Did I cut out?
Well, yeah, you didn't transmit.
All right, let's try this again. KM6HK, how copy?
I hear you now. I said, did you change your audio over?
No, not that I know of. Maybe something's going on I don't know about.
Oh, no, it's fine. I just wondered if you said, when you said, can you copy me, how do I sound? I thought, well, maybe you must have changed something there. But no, you sound fine.
Okay, well, the last week when I tried to check in, it was no copy, so I didn't know.
Yeah, I guess you had an open feed line or something. Did you find it?
Well, it was during all that heavy rain, so I think that was the culprit.
Oh, okay. Well, it seems to be fine now. And Frank's hearing you, so you're getting way out there a mile or so.
Okay, very good. 73, carry on.
Oh, we need your Bozo number. Judy can't remember it.
Okay, it's 803.
Thank you, she says.
You're more than welcome.
Okay. Now all we need is to get Dane in here, and I think we'll have everybody. Oh, yeah, we got Rob, we got Dave, we got Daryl, we got Frank, we got Dan, not Dr. Dan, but Dan HK. No, we need is Dane.
I'm here.
Oh. Full complement. Got a full hand here. Full house.
7-Eleven.
Oh, and there's one more. Good evening to you, Dane. 7-Eleven. Dane is 107, Judy. And good evening to you, John. You must be pointed south.
No, pointed right at you. Just 25 watts, sir.
Oh, 5 watts. Boy, you're making me work. Okay. Good to hear you. You're sounding good, but just a lot lighter than normal. Over.
Okay, no problem. I did talk to Dave, LOL, just a little bit ago on here.
Okay. We thought he might make the club meeting, but he didn't make it, and we were kind of disappointed. We thought he was going to come down for the club meeting, but obviously something happened. Either he isn't feeling good or it just didn't work out in his schedule there. Over.
He's here tonight.
I know, but he was going to come to the club meeting on Friday.
Right, yeah, I missed that myself. I had to work. I was in Bakersfield.
I'm sorry, I missed the comment about Bakersfield.
I had to work a couple of days last week down there and got back by midnight Friday.
Okay, well, he could have stopped by here on the way home, but that might have been a pain in the butt for him.
What's his Bozo?
Who?
John.
John 711. Okay. Thanks for the feedback, John.
Thank you.
Would Dave check in from the home QTH if he was home and he's just probably going to pop in here later? I can check him in, John, over.
San Joaquin Valley, Central Valley, KG6 USS, Bozo 831.
Okay, booming signal, John. KG6 USS 831, K6MYC, Bozo 47, and we've got 3 or 4 others that you should be able to work tonight, over.
I'm standing by and hoping that is the case.
Okay, if he's strong, Rob, give him a call now.
Good evening, John. KG6 USS. This is Kilo Mike 6, Sierra Romeo Romeo. Rob, running barefoot tonight, over.
Oh, copy that, Rob. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. Well, you came up a bit there, so I guess we can work barefoot and it works fine.
Yeah, I'm trying to dial in my antenna here, so hopefully I can catch you a little bit better there. But got a good copy on you there, Rob. Thanks for checking in.
Roger. Okay, next.
Anybody else want to call John down there in the high desert? We don't have our full complement here. We got all the guys from Course Gold, but most of them have poor locations. Frank's the only one that could get down to you, but I don't know if he's hearing you. Frank, are you copying him at all?
Well, let me turn my beam over there a little bit. I've been playing on HF and not paying attention, having transmit.
Okay, well, he's booming in here tonight. Very solid signal. John, we've got W6 Bravo Sierra rotating his antenna. I'm killing a little bit of time here so he can get his antenna around on you. So give W6 Baker Sugar a call, John. KG6 Uniform Sugar K6MYC, over.
Roger, Mike. Yeah, W6 Bravo Sugar, copy KG6 USS 831 here in the high desert. Hello.
Yeah, Roger. KG4 USS W6 BBS. You're S0, but Q5 copy. Over.
Roger. What was your Bozo number?
72, over.
A little bit light on there, Mike. Try to give it to me.
It's 72, 72, over.
Hey, Mike, can you relay his Bozo number? I could just barely make him out on that one.
Yeah, let me ask you, how much power are you running, Frank? 100?
Yeah, only 100, and he just dropped out on me. He just disappeared completely on that last round. I just barely heard a mumble in there.
Okay, because he's really strong here, as strong as I've ever heard him. So, John, his Bozo's number 72, over.
Okay, copy 72, and that's Whiskey 6 Bravo Sierra, Roger.
That's a Roger, and name is Frank.
Yeah. I got a little better peek on you here, John. Can you hear me better now? Over.
Yeah, but was able to get his call sign there. Anybody else want to check in Sunday night Bozo Net here in Southern California, high desert?
All right, now, Frank.
I've got him right at the noise floor.
Okay. All right, I don't hear anybody else shouting. We got one guy that's hearing you a little bit at the noise floor, but not readable, John. So I think we're a little light on the crew here tonight. Some of the big guns are not here, over.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. Makes me look like a shining star being able to make contact with you guys up there. All right, Mike, hey, thanks for letting us check in with y'all there. KG6USS, Bozo 831 out here in High Desert.
Hey, John, KG6USS, WA6LOL, you copy?
Listen up. Listen up, John. You've got another one. Good evening, Dave. Go ahead, John.
KG6USS, WA6LOL, Charlie Mike 97. You copy?
He's pretty quick on the rotor trigger. He turned already.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, you can check me in there. 856, 856, Mike.
Yes, I hear you. John, did you turn back up this way? Turn back up this way, John. You've got one more. KG6USS, K6MYC with WA6 Lima, Oscar Lima. I'll have him call you, John, okay?
Yeah, try it again. It's Whiskey Alpha 6 what?
Yeah, hi, John. KG6USS, WA6LOL, Charlie Mike 97, Bozo 856. You copy tonight?
Yeah, I'm getting the WA6, but I'm not getting the rest up there, Mike.
Oh, you got to remove that wax from your ears, John. You're not hearing well tonight. Give him your call phonetically, Dave, over.
Yeah, Whiskey Alpha 6 Lima, Oscar Lima, WA6LOL, Charlie Mike 97, Bozo 856. Over, over.
Okay, I got a WA6LOL. Is that a Roger?
Roger. That's a Roger.
And the Bozo was 56 or 56 something else?
856. 856.
Okay, 856. Okay, got you that time. Yeah, I don't know why everything's just fading out on me here, but got him on that one, Mike. Is that Roger?
All right, John. Good to talk to you again. And hi, Mike. K6MYC, WA6LOL.
Yeah, got you, Dave, and good evening. Sorry we missed you. I guess you were down south on over the weekend or over the last week, and that's why we didn't get you at the meeting, huh?
Oh, no, I wasn't down south. No, I just wasn't able to make it down, but I know Aaron was goofing around with that 10 gigahertz dish. It's pretty interesting to me, but I had other things I was doing.
Yeah, okay. No, I think John K6MI worked you earlier, and I think I maybe misheard what he said. I thought he said you were working the last 2 days down south and around Bakersfield or something, but maybe I didn't hear it right. No worries. Anyway, we were counting on you being there because you had mentioned to Rob a couple of weeks ago that you were going to try to get down. Anyway, Rob, say hello to Dave.
All right, this is KG6USS, Bozo 831 up here in the High Desert.
Rob's down I guess downstairs eating dinner, Dave.
No, John covered him up. He's off the back of my antenna, Mike.
Got a copy on KG6.
He's off the back of my antenna too, but he's stronger. Okay, hang in there, Dave. We'll be coming around your way in a bit.
All right, Mike.
Anybody else before we start to rotate here toward the Atascadero? This is K6MYC in the Bozo Net.
Perfect double, gentlemen.
With who?
With Rob. Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, Bozo 831, KG6USS, High Desert. Looking for check-ins up in the High
WA6LOL, KM6SR. Working barefoot tonight, Dave, and you're on the back of my antenna. Over.
Oh, nobody's hearing anybody tonight. Okay. Hang in there. Okay, QRZ, anybody else? KB6RQU? Anybody else? We got KC5DTU. I wonder if you're around, Kerry. no Kerry, WA60IB, probably having dinner with the family. K6MTS, how about you, Mark? Okay, well, we'll just have to suck it up here. K6MYC, one last call for the San Joaquin Valley heading toward Tascadero. Okay, there's a Tascadero. I wonder if we've got Ron down there. W6QUI. W6QUI, K6MYC. Oh boy. W6QUI, Tascadero. KN6EIV, Tascadero. WKB6 Whiskey Romeo Whiskey Paso Robles, K6MYC. Anybody? Okay, nobody's going to be there in the Tascadero area tonight. Okay, well then we're going to go up to Santa Cruz.
226 is here.
There's 226. Good evening, Ken. Let me get you written down here. Judy stepped out for just a second. The cat's in here with us, and he's very lonely. So we're petting him a little bit.
I think I doubled with you. I just said good evening. I'm finally here. We were out and about.
Yeah, we figured you were out and about or back in the house with the family eating dinner or something. Anyway, good to hear you. You got here just a little late to work John down there. He's already turned south.
Oh, okay. Well, we were out looking at new homes and whatnot, so we're just looking at our options.
Oh, are you thinking about moving?
Well, we're going to have to, I think. both sides of us are sold to developers, and they're screaming at us.
I'm sorry, I didn't get the...
Sold to developers, and they're screaming at him.
Oh, the people around you are screaming at you?
No, they've sold. We're the only place left here, the only private place left, and all the developers want to grab up the property here.
Oh, I see. Well, I guess if you can sell it for $1.5 million, you should do it.
That's a little cheap, but anyway, well, somewhere in that neighborhood, more like 2.
Oh, really? What do you think mine's worth?
I have no idea. If they would want to develop up there, then they'd be worth a lot.
All right. Well, let's see. Did take a couple of more standbys but I'm pointed over toward Tascadero now, but we didn't get anybody over there either. So I was just about to head for Santa Cruz. Tascadero, anybody, W6QUI or anybody else, K6MYC Bozo Net. Nothing heard, I'm going to Santa Cruz.
Yeah, I'm already there. Hello, Tom.
WA60IB, KW6S. I have a question for you.
Yes, sir. Well, good evening. KW6S, WA60IB with the rest of the gang here, too. What's cooking? What's the question?
Did you give me the date for the flea market as May 24th?
That's correct. Yes, sir.
I think the website W6TO says something else.
Yeah, John has got that kind of goofed up. I thought they'd had it straightened out by now, but maybe not. I haven't looked, but John kind of goofed it up, and that was over a week ago that I told him there was a problem. So somehow it hasn't gotten corrected yet.
Oh, very good. Well, I have both dates on my calendar, so it probably won't matter.
Oh, okay, somebody was doubling with you. Was that you, Aaron? I guess not. Anyway, that's when it's supposed to be, the 24th. So we'll still go with that then. Good to hear you over there, WA60IB. Thank you, Mike.
righty. I wonder if it would make any sense to live stream the flea market. Would that be fun or what?
I don't know what you would put on there.
Well, somebody walking around with a video camera could put on all the goodies that are out here.
610.
I got you.
You guys doubled, and Tom actually beat you, Mike, so I didn't hear what you said.
I just said, I guess somebody could walk around with a video camera and look at the stuff that's on the tables.
That would be kind of unique, wouldn't it?
Well, as I say, and then we could auction it off, and we could have people put in their chat room bids and stuff like that.
That sounds like a lot of work.
Not for me. Talk to Aaron. Well, we have to figure out some way. Maybe use Bitcoin to buy your double balance mixer, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna laugh about that for quite a while.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. You're not going to laugh about live streaming the flea market, though, huh?
I think they do that at. People seem to do that at Dayton quite a bit. I don't know where it actually goes, but they've done that for quite a few years.
Well, that's because the local TV stations pick it up and put little blurbs on there, but not continuous. But it's a big deal in Dayton, because it brings in 25,000-30,000 extra people.
Yeah, I know I was negotiating for something one day and realized the guy had a camera on his helmet and was transmitting our negotiations, which I wasn't real pleased about.
I'll be darned.
Well, you didn't want everybody to know that you're a cheapskate. Is that what it was?
Well, I didn't want anybody to know I was willing to pay that much for something.
There you go. Frank, BBS was in there.
Hey, Mikey.
Yes.
Did KLM ever make a three-element, full-size three-element monoband 30-meter beam using the same type boom-to-mast brackets as was used on the KT-34s? Over.
Yeah, I think we did.
Yeah, I got to looking at this thing, and because I'm now got the driven element of that beam is now up in the air, about 25 feet right on the top of the ridge. And just the more I look at it, I'm going, man, this really looks like a KLM product. It wasn't made like a Cushcraft with just hose clamps and whatnot, and that bracket just sure seems awfully close to what the KLM was using. So, okay, I might bring one of the brackets down and just show it to you, but I think I might have a three-element M-squared 30-meter or a KLM 30-meter beam.
Well, either M-squared or a DX Engineering before it got sold to Paul Sergi back there. That was the name I couldn't think of the other day. Paul Sergi, the guy that started, that he had Summit Racing. But before that, they copied our insulator pretty much. He liked the design, and I don't know how they had it made, whether it was molded or injection molded or how it was done, but it was similar to ours. So it may be a DX Engineering before it was sold to DX Engineering in Ohio.
Oh, okay, very good, very good. Yeah, I was unaware that somebody had basically copied it, so maybe it is a copy, but anyways, okay, very good. I was just curious about that. I've been thinking about it while playing with these antennas and meaning to ask you and always forget. So there you go. Good evening, Ken, and everybody else. W6BBS.
Good evening, Frank.
Okay. Let's see, Tom, we probably should look and see if Lee is listening to all this ancient talk about KLM electronics. About it, Lee, AF6 United K6MYC.
K6MYC for me at 6 United, 1098, the countdown Bozo. I'm here. I can hear Ken. I can't hear Frank, though, tonight. He must have his antenna pointed a little bit off my beam path there. So anyway, yeah, and hello, Tom, and hello, everybody else. Hope everybody's doing okay, and we're just sitting here waiting for the rain to begin.
Yeah, well, we're supposed to get it in the morning. Somewhere around 5 a.m. is supposed to start here, but that's always relative. They've been pretty accurate lately, this big storm. When the storms are big and right over the top of us, it's much easier to predict. Anyway, good to hear you, Lee. Big, strong signal as always, so good to hear you. And you were not very strong the other night on 432, but we squeezed it out, over.
Yeah, well, I got several other pans on the fire here, so the Quaggy is probably not going to get too much attention until later in the spring or early in the summer, but hopefully by then I may have tower things happening and a bunch of stuff like that. So just got to take things one step at a time, I suppose. Anyway, K6MYC for me at 6 United.
Finally, very good. One step, 1 foot above the other, in front of the other, huh? All right, back to you, Tom. And it was a really mellow day over here, considering 2 days ago it was almost freezing here, almost snowing. Today was mellow, and we were outside. Not much sun. It was kind of pukey sun, but it was quite warm, so the temperature changed dramatically when the rain stopped, and the hail went away. We said the hail with it, and it did. KW6S, K6MYC in the Bozo group.
K6MYC, KW6S. Yeah, I've got an odd noise tonight. It's I haven't got the actual timing on the cycle, but it probably goes for a couple seconds and is down for a second, and then it comes back up again. It's not bothering you, but it was kind of irritating while I was waiting for you to get around here to me. Yeah, it was great here today. I worked out on the bench a bit and been kind of enjoying that, and we'll continue on with it. And I'll be here tomorrow night on 222 and 6 meters if it doesn't get too late, and then I'll be gone for the rest of the week. I have a daughter and a granddaughter coming into town, and that'll take up all my time for that. K6MYC, KW6S.
Okay, well, we'll have to survive without you. Maybe Lee can fill in, and on most of the bands. He's got 6, and he's got 2, and he's got 432, so other than 432 and 1296, so we can count on Lee to do his job, do your job there. Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be fun. By the way, for you guys in, well, I'm not talking in the Bay Area, but some of the guys knew Jimmy, W6JKV, who was the president and CEO of Tandem Computers. He sold the company, of course, to CompuGraphics and moved to Austin, Texas some years ago. But Jimmy and I went on many expeditions for 6 meters and 2 meter EME. I just talked to Jimmy on the phone today. About 6 months ago, he had a stroke. So he's been really in bad shape. He's had 3 brain operations since then. And now he's coming back. He called me back, so he's talking a little bit laboriously, but he is talking. And he's right side of his body was paralyzed, but he's going through heavy-duty rehab, and he's now walking with assistance. So it looks like they expect him to be fully recovered in another 6 months to a year, so that's good news. But quite a shock to hear Jimmy struggling with verbiage, because he was always had no trouble with putting 2 sentences together. Anyway, it was good to know that he was well and still above the ground, not pushing up daisies. I called him earlier just to touch base, and he called me back late this afternoon. Just for those of you who knew him, W6JKV gave a lot of people. He gave 40 new countries on 6 meters to people as we went from island to island. So he's done a lot for ham radio in the VHF areas. All right, so I'll move on into the Bay Area. Unless there's anybody else that wants to say hello to you, Tom. And I think Frank probably was not having his antenna pointed toward you, Lee, but he's probably pointed over that way now. Frank, any comment to Tom or Lee over there?
Well, yes, Mike. You are so quick on the trigger. I tried about 6 times to break in and tell Lee, yes, you're right, I was not pointed at you. Good evening, Lee. Good evening, Tom. You guys should hear me just fine now. W6BBS.
Yes, sir, I can. AF6 United.
All right, very good, Lee. AF6 United. Have a good evening.
You too, Frank. 7-3.
Yeah, I'm hearing you good there, Frank, too, and I'll leave out that extra A tonight. W6BBS, KW6S, and I did finish up my worked all states on 160.
Oh, very good, very good. I have 1 to go. I am searching for Delaware on 160. And that was just kind of accidentally done, finishing that off because it was just while I was working on antennas and doing testing, so I was working anybody and everybody. But I'm kind of on a mission now. I'm on 30 through 160 now on FT8, and I'm trying to fill in the gaps on all of those. I got a couple places I got 50, I got a couple 49s, but like 12 meters, I had 2 states on 12 meters when I looked at it, and 17 was only like 7 states or something, and so I've been doing a lot of that, filling in states as well as countries, both, Tom. KW6S, W6BBS.
Well, good. Yeah, it goes pretty quick on FT8, at least the first 48 or so. And, I've got worked all states on everything from 160 up to 6, and I've got 2 more, and Delaware's one of those on 6. Delaware and Rhode Island, I think. And I keep working at it. But, and I've DXCC on 40 through 10. I think I'll make it on 80. I don't think I'll ever make it on 160 from a small city lot. W6BBS, KW6S, and back to you.
I think Trump has canceled Delaware. You can kiss that one off.
All right. Very funny. I have DXCC on 10 through 80 plus 2 meters. So I'm working on 6 meters, and that's what got all this started with me getting on and playing with FT8, was deciding to go after 160. And you're right, this goes amazingly fast compared to back when I started, and you were doing it all on phone and could barely do a little bit of CW, just to make a contact now and again. So, all right, we better let the net go on. We could get talking about our DX fun all night, but good to talk to you, Tom. KW6S, W6BBS. Good evening.
Okay. 7-3, Tom, and we'll see you tomorrow night, of course, from inside the house. We're in the barn tonight, of course. But luckily it's warm. Tomorrow night it'll be cold after the rain hits us. 7-3, guys, we'll see you tomorrow. K6MYC moving into the Bay Area. That's sort of into the low end of the Bay Area, so let's see who's copying up that way. QRZ Bozo Net, Bay Area, K6MYC, 2-meter check-ins, over.
K6KLY.
KB6BX.
Okay. Russ, yell out your number, and when I turn it to you, Oliver, you'll yell out your number. Go ahead, Russ.
All right, Judy, my number is 111, and good evening to you all down there. I hope the rain has finally sogged you guys down enough and make you a little safer from fire, over.
Well, we're not going to have any fires. It's mushy grass out here and pretty wet, and we've got a little water in a pond, so it's hopefully tonight or this morning coming on Monday morning, we're supposed to start getting rain again for a couple of days. Unfortunately for Matt, he's got some work to do on the antenna tower out here, or on the antenna that's on the tower, I should say. But anyway, it shouldn't take too long, and maybe he can squeeze it in between the rain showers here. Anyway, good to hear you, Russ. And good strong signal over here this evening. Let me shoot it down to Oliver.
I have Oliver at 900.
Well, there you go. But see, Judy's starting to remember these numbers down. You probably heard that. Oliver, go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, Judy. Good to hear. Folks, went for a hike today. No rain, but very, very windy, but I was prepared for it. And back to my radio projects, a little more hiking later this week. K6MYC, KB6BN.
Yeah, very good. Boy, you guys, all of you in the Bay Area, actually everywhere that's checked in tonight, everybody's just right here in the shack with us. We're not even leaning forward in the chair to hear you. Everybody's just pounding in here. Gorgeous band conditions tonight. Good deal, Oliver. Thanks for checking in. Of course, as always good to hear you. But a pounding signal, you and Russ. I'm sure that everybody else is going to sound the same way. So let me do this. Let me see who else do we have. And thanks much for being there, Oliver. I know if you had anything else to comment on, you would. Let me shoot it back to you for your final, if there is any, and then we'll listen for others. I have one other check in already from the Bay Area. Mike up there in Daly City has already checked in. KB6BA. I'm no, sorry. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. KB6BA, K6MYC.
I'm going down to eat, KM6SR.
Okay.
WFC and any others who might have trouble. KB6BA 73.
73, Oliver.
WB6JNN.
WB6JNN. WB6JNN. You want to turn the heater on? Is that what you're doing? Oh, you're just playing with a kitty. Okay, cat is coming in and out here today. He's so lonely. We haven't been outside very much the last couple of days, and then, of course, it was a couple of days of rain.
Activity around here, I did get the front lawn mowed after it dried out a little bit. So I have to do the back yet, but of course it's going to rain again, so that'll have to be pushed off a little bit. K6MYC, WB6JNN.
Okay. Good evening, Jim. We had a little accident while you were talking, and I missed what you said. Judy was petting the cat. We have this feral cat here, Abby, and he's got a bad habit. It comes out every now and then. When you pet him, and you don't pet him enough, when you take your hands away, if you don't get your hands away quickly, or you keep your hands out of sight, when you take him away, he hits you with his paw. And he hit Judy and had his claw out, which is not normal. Normally he just hits you with the claws closed, but he broke the skin on Judy here. Just a tiny bit. See, he doesn't mean to hurt you. He's just trying to tell me, don't stop petting me. but he doesn't know how to do that carefully. I thought I had him broken of that, but he falls back into these old habits when we don't see him every day. Anyway, take it again if you would, Jim, and just give me a repeat after our bleeding armpit hand, back of her hands stops here. WB6JNN, K6MYC.
Yeah, I just said I took the opportunity of the better weather to mow the front lawn, but didn't get to the back lawn because I ran out of gas. And so that'll have to be put off until after the next rains here. So that's pretty much the activities around here, although we did go out to celebrate my daughter's birthday as well. So that was a couple of days ago. But anyway, that's the story from here. And there was one other station in here. I'm trying to remember his call. I had it written down somewhere, but I don't see it right now. So anyway, there is one other station that was calling, WB6JNN.
JNN is KB6BN.
Yeah.
Are you available off frequency in a little while? KB6BN.
Sure.
Okay. See you in about 10 minutes at 2:55, okay?
Okay, 2:55. Very good.
Thank you. KB6BN.
Okay, very good. Okay, well, let's see if we can get the other station that you heard, Jim, because I didn't hear anybody else that in there. Fine on your on your lawn mowing and all that. I did the same, but I had a disaster. I never did get the backyard mowed. I have 3 mowers here, and I had problems with all of them. One of them is set up with the wrong blades, so I couldn't use that one. I went to the second one, and it didn't want to start. And it's normally a Honda that starts with 2 poles, but it fought me for a while. I fought it for about an hour, and I finally got it running, and everything was normal, and it made 1 pass around the yard, 1 pass out of maybe 20, and it quit. And I reached down to start it, and I started it, and the cord broke. And I said, well, this is not meant to be. So then I put it away, and I went to the third mower, and I went in and tried to start it, and the battery was dead, so I had to put the charger on that. So most of my day was spent working on mowers, but not doing much in the way of lawn mowing. I finally mowed the front yard sort of in a very crude fashion when I finally got that running just at the end of the day. So it was a funny weekend from that standpoint, Jim, over.
Yeah, sounds like 3 strikes and you're out. That's just given.
Okay. Well, we got them, but I got some work to do now. It doesn't look like this mower I bought a couple of years ago. Looks like the battery's died already. It's not holding a charge. The old battery that I bought that's in the old 25-year-old mower, Craftsman, it's identical to this new one, which is made by, who is that made by? Forgot the name of the company, the orange one out there. Anyway, they make all the Craftsman stuff, or they did. So all the parts on the Craftsman that's 25 or 26-year-old are identical to the brand new one that I bought, made by somebody else. So obviously they were making all the Craftsman stuff. I'll think of the name of the company in a minute. Anyway, but that battery is just not taking a charge. And I bought the battery for the old one about 6 or 8 years ago, and it's sitting there being abused in hot weather in the summer and not being. I've only had to charge it one time just recently. It finally gave up. But when it did get charged up, it kept the charge. But the newer one is not holding the charge, so and it never fails. Anyway, enough of the mower stories. Let's see who else we have. You want to see if you can pull in another station. Was there another check-in in the Bay Area, please? Go ahead. K6MYC.
E6W6PQL.
I hear you, but you weren't the one that Jim was wanting. Jim, you want to try that one?
Yeah, KO6HQR. Are you on frequency still?
Yes, I am out here at KO6HQR.
Okay, 1192. And were you hearing Mike?
I can hear him.
Not really. I can hear you. YouTube, I can hear him on YouTube, but I can see quite him directly.
Yeah, okay, so you're having probably noise issues because he's got plenty of power there. All right, Mike, he's just not hearing you except on the internet here, so. But I think you said that you were hearing him, is that correct? Mike?
Yeah, no, I'm hearing him. I just didn't get his Bozo number, and I can't remember the handle. You called him Bill, but I don't think it's Bill. I think it's somebody else, but maybe I'm wrong. KO6HQR, go ahead. K6MYC, over.
Hello, John. KO6HQR, the Bozo Net is 1192.
He's muffled, Jim, for some reason. Does the audio sound muffled to you? I can't get his Bozo number. I got it, John, but I couldn't get the number.
1192.
Yep, that's what I thought. That was my memory number, but I wanted to hear it out of his mouth there. John, say it again. Say it again, John. Yeah, we had it at that time. Okay. Does he sound distorted to you, Jim, to PQL?
I've got so much noise here, I can't tell. No, I don't think so. He's just got bassy audio. It doesn't sound distorted.
Okay, very good. Yeah, maybe just that he's so low level here. He's the weakest one so far in here. Everybody else has been fine. Well, Jim, J, and M, thanks for the help there with John. 1192, we got you, John. I'm sure you're not hearing me very well because I'm running 1,500 watts here, but you're in a location that may have so much noise. You probably got lots and lots of power line noise and computer noise and other stuff where you live there. Thanks very much for calling in, John. K06HQR, San Jose, K6MYC, Bozo Net. 177. Okay, down to you, Jim. W6PQL gives you your number. She knows it, but I want to have her hear it. K6MYC.
Okay, well, we don't overwhelm her. 1296, Judy. Of course, she knows that, Mike. But just in and out here. I'm pretty tired tonight. K6MYC, W6PQL.
Okay, why are you tired? Did you mow the lawn all day?
I've been working on the bench all day, and my back's sore.
Oh, working on the bench, yes. All righty. Well, I was out in the yard, and I didn't start till 2 o'clock, but I got tired. I pulled weeds. I did about 15 feet of weed pulling, and I filled a 50-gallon drum with weeds just in the front yard in the landscaped area of the yard that's not supposed to have any weeds, and I filled a 50-gallon drum with weeds. Over.
Yeah, that's too much to take care of. That's a pretty big place, but I guess you got to have something to do.
Yeah, otherwise I get in serious trouble if I don't have anything to do. Judy's chuckling. We always find something to get in trouble with. All right, let's see. Good. Go rest, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Rest up in 222 for 222 and 6 meters. You need all the strength you got there, Jim. W6PQL, K6MYC 73. Is there anybody else in the Bay Area? We're missing Ed, WA6AXX, and AB6 Sugar Radio. Anybody?
How about WB6ISO?
Whiskey Baker 6, Golf Yankee, Bozo 884.
Okay, I've got two strays. WB6GGY 884. Good evening, Phil. And also I've got WB6 ISO number 86. Good evening, Dennis. Hang on just a second, guys. I'll be up your way. I just want to listen. I think we're missing one guy here. WB6WNI. Gary, are you here? Oh, Gary's eating dinner, so we'll probably have to catch him on the return path. Anybody else in the Bay Area before we go to Oakley?
177, KE6QR.
177, KE6QR. Good evening, Gary. Good to hear you. Not real strong, but we've got you. 177. And how are you doing? Over?
We're doing great. We're over our illnesses. Got our voice back and getting lots of rain here tonight. So life is good. Getting ready to do my net control duties on the Western Country Cousins net at 9 o'clock. So you have a good net, K6MYC, KE6QR.
Well, thank you, Gary. We'll try to do that. Most of our nets are good. Every now and then we have, like the other day, I had light rain static that was making the net a little bit more painful, but we did get through it. We still enjoyed it. So it was good. Thank you, Gary. Good to hear you. KE6QR, K6MYC. Now let's see. I'll move up here. N6RO, N6 Radio Oakley, K6MYC. Oh, I know he's in the background there somewhere. N6RO. N6 Radio Oakley, N6RO, K6MYC. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Well, we'll probably hear him in a few minutes when he gets back in the shack there. So let me move on up to you, Dennis, and we'll get you and whoever you've got in your check-in list here. Let me get a little further. That should be pretty close.
I think it's pretty close here, close enough. How's the signal doing down that way this evening? And a pleasant good evening to you and to Judy. This is WB6ISO, and I do have a few check-ins there for you when you're ready.
Ready. 3 at a time.
3 at a time. How's the signal doing down there tonight?
Very strong. Go ahead.
Yeah, you too. Yeah, you're really pounding in up here.
We got Mr. Kent 160, and we also have 336. Mr. Dave, that's N1PPP, and we also have 782, that's N6BX, Mr. Larry Brake.
782. Got it, go ahead.
All righty. KA6NBC, Mr. Richard at 849, and we also have 132. That's 132 N6TNI. And I got K6LBPJR number, what was his number? Let me check over here. Oh, yeah, 1101.
Okay, got it.
And that's about all I got for the evening, and hope everything's doing fine for you. We are expecting some heavy rains and winds up here, but hadn't nothing at this particular time. But I was listening to you on your go around on that stupid lawnmower out there, and man, you just had yourself one hell of a time, didn't you?
756. Okay, and good evening to you, Daryl. Darren, I'm sorry, Darren. Too many D's here. Yeah, we had a good run at it. It's just that when you don't run the mowers for several months, things happen. And normally this Honda's been very reliable, but I think the hot summer dried out the gas. I had trouble. It just wouldn't get gas on its own. Every time I primed it, it started right up. I just squirted a little gas in the air filter, and it took right off every time. So clearly it wasn't pumping gas. There must be a little clogged line or something. And so we'll have to just give it a little maintenance, a little loving care, and it'll be fine. A very reliable mower. It's a little hard to use, but it sure starts easy normally. It's normally a 1 or a 2 pull, no matter how long it sit around. But not yesterday. I think it was trying to tell me that I didn't really want to mow the lawns yesterday, but I wouldn't bow to that decision. That was Mother Nature's decision, and I was fighting her. Anyway, let me see, Darren, take a transmission, and thank you, Dennis, for the nice check-ins there. Oh, before I do that, give me 132 N6TNIs. Is his handle Dan or Dennis?
His name is Dan. Denver Alpha November Dan. Yeah. And his QTH is in North Highlands. That you were mentioning the color of that other mower. Did you say it was yellow?
Or yellow, Mike?
I'm sorry, I doubled again. I keyed the mic. What about yellow?
He asked you if the color of your mower is yellow.
I thought you said it was yellow in color, and he's trying to remember the name.
It's orange.
Orange. Not a snap-on?
No, it's not a snap-on. It's orange.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Nancy Ferguson, right.
I just can't figure out why I can't remember the name. It's just something strange. But sometimes you forget the stupidest things. But it's a very well-known brand. But I just can't bring it up. I just can't. I got too many other names floating around in my brain here.
Oh, it'll come to you, and you don't really need it. So, okay, let me get out of the way and say a pleasant good evening to Darren, and hope you're doing fine there, Darren. It's been a while since I heard from you, but you're sounding mighty fine. Hope everything's fine for you, and I'll say hello to Bill, KO6KD, if he's listening over there. Thanks again, Bill, for all the help, and really appreciate it. 73's Mike, take care, and Judy, a very pleasant good evening to you as well. WB6ISO, Bozo 86.
Okay. Very good, Dennis. Any more light at the end of the tunnel from Rich, ABC, NBC?
When I talked to him, he's been so busy that they've been running him all over the country. His last trip he had to make over to Carson City. He was over there working on some things, and they were running him all over. So if he gets some time, I'm sure he'll be able to get to it, but they've been keeping him awfully busy running.
Okay. Hang on a second. So who is it?
In the bush, at least. Kilo Juliet 6, Kilo Foxtrot Bravo 756.
We've got you, Darren. I was just about to go to you, but we've got a cat in the shack with us this evening, and he's got ADD. First he wants to come in, and he wants to go out. Then he wants to come in, and he wants to go out. So Judy keeps hopping up. And yeah, we've got your 756. Go ahead, Darren.
Oh, very good. Just real quick, gotta go. Thought I'd do a quick check-in and carry on. I'm sure there's plenty waiting in the wings. Have a good one, Mike. KJ6, KFT.
Roger. We'll see you later in the week there, Darren. Thank you very much. 73. And over to you, Bill. Well, let me see. It should be up to Phil. It's Phil's turn, and then we'll bring in Bill. WB6GGY. Go ahead, Phil. We missed you this morning, but we knew what you were doing. K6MYC.
Yeah, WB6GGY. Very good. And yeah, with the
just having a terrible time with you, Phil. Something's gone wrong there. You must have moved the antenna or something, because you were down in the noise. Not your normal signal, and you were much stronger when I was pointed toward the Bay Area when you called in. So did you drop the amplifier or something? Go ahead. Wow, I can't hear him at all now.
No, I don't hear him at all here either. Whatever he's doing, it just went completely away.
Okay, I'm back now. WB6GGY.
Oh, there you are. What happened?
I was pointed up towards Bill. I was listening up to Bill. KO6KD there. Go ahead.
Oh, no wonder. Okay, yeah, it helps to point at me. You're a little light. I can probably copy you, but not tonight for some reason when you're pointed at Bill there. All right. Anyway, good evening, Phil. We missed you this morning, but we knew what you were up to. So we'll probably see you tomorrow morning. WB6GGY. Hopefully you had a good day. K6MYC.
Yeah, we did. We certainly did. Okay, very good. We'll talk to you fine gentlemen later. WB6GGY will be clear. And a very good evening to Judy there.
And hi to Barbara.
I'll pass that along. 7-3 there, folks.
7-3. And over to you, Bill. KO6KD. And then we'll look for Redding, K6MYC.
Yeah, good evening, Mike and Dennis, and glad I could help you out last night. You sound great. Radio's working wonderful, Dennis. You and everybody else out here on the Bozo Net, KO6KD. And hello, Phil, if you can hear me, I'm yelling through the back door there. KO6KD number 776.
Okay. Gotcha. A little fluttery at the beginning there, and I missed one sentence just before you turned it back this way. Not sure what you were referring to, something about last night or something, or this morning?
I don't know. I just, hello everybody, and yeah, that's all. I don't know what the hell I said.
Okay.
He missed Phil this morning.
Oh, he missed Phil. You said you missed Phil this morning. Yes, okay. Judy heard it and I didn't, but it was out of context, and I just couldn't put a meaning to it. Okay. Anyway, good evening to you, Bill. Good to hear you, and of course we'll look for you tomorrow on 222 and 6, but we'll see you in the morning, I'm sure. Want the heater on?
No.
Okay, let me see. We got KR6MR. KR6MR, John, are you there?
Mike.
I double with you guys. KR6MR, go ahead.
Yeah, KR6MR. Bozo 759. Good evening, Mike.
Hey, good evening. I see you made it back up the stairs, huh?
Yeah, I could say I didn't leave. No. Yeah, I can get up down the stairs. It just takes a little while.
Well, you're just going to have to put one of those ride-em chairs on those stairways. You know, you have a little motorized thing. You sit down in the seat, and it goes up. And then you sit down in the seat, and it takes you down. Over?
Yeah, well, I put one, we have one in the house for my wife, and I'm using it now as well. But for up here in the shack, yeah, that wouldn't work.
For two reasons. The wife wouldn't allow your budget to fit it in, and number two, the stairs were too steep, right?
Well, the stairs are steep, they're wood, and they're designed to, they're pivoted. I can pivot and lift them up out of the way if I want more floor space.
Wow. Okay. Well, anyway, it's good to have you climbing them and exercising those leg muscles. Good to hear you, and of course we'll look for you tomorrow night on 6 meters. KR6MR 759, K6MYC.
Yeah, okay, Mike, I wouldn't put it tomorrow night. I gotta get down to the house. I got a bunch of stuff cooking tonight.
Okay. 7-3. If we can pull the Redding boys through. Redding.
Mike?
Go ahead.
Do me a favor if you would. I'm still having a problem with my rotator. I've got to get that fixed. So I have not been able to get up toward the north area, so when you get a hold of the guys up there in Redding, give them my very best and apologize. I have not been able to get up there to them. What Bill was referring to, he was helping me on this radio last night, getting everything dialed in on it, so that's what he was talking about. Over.
Okay, you changed subjects on me. What was the last? Now you want me to say hello to him because you can't turn your rotor. And what was the last comment?
Yeah, no, what was Bill was referring to, he was helping me here set up this new radio that I'm on, and that's what he was referring to. But yeah, the rotor I've got up there, I've got just a little bit of a problem. Some water got into the control line, so as soon as the weather permits, I'll be able to get it taken care of.
Yeah, okay. No, I'm glad he was helping you. What with the audio? Was he helping you?
No, I'm on a complete different radio here. It's an ICOM 275 Hotel.
Oh, for 220, huh?
No, this is the 2 meter, the ICOM 275H, and I also picked up a 471H, the two monoband radios, 471H, and this is a 275H.
Yeah, too bad you couldn't find a 375. I think that's the 221.
That's the one I'm still looking for. I'm still looking for that puppy because I'm wanting to get on 220s, but I have not found that one just yet.
Okay, well, good luck with that.
Yeah. Plus that, if I do find one, it's going to put out some pretty good money, I understand, on that one. So, yeah, well, but you know, to get on there and be able to talk to you, yeah, you'd be worth it.
Yeah, that'll be good. But you might find it's more cost-effective just to buy a Q5 signal, a Q5 signal 220 transverter. That's what I have. I have two of them. They're very good. They're very stable. You can get 25 or 35 or 50 watt version. I have the 25 watt version, which works fine. But they're very stable, very nice. I haven't had any problem with any of them for as long as I've had them. And so that's a choice. It's about $500. And if you're liable to find that your 375 is more like $1,500.
Yeah, they do want the money for them if you find one and everything else. Yeah, can you get a chance, can you send me on email that particular one that you have, Cobra66 at att.net, there, Judy, Cobra66 at att.net, and any information you have on that transverter would be greatly appreciated.
You can get it right offline. Just type in q5signal.com, q5signal.com, and you can even call him. I think his phone number is right on the website there. And he's real personable, real easy to talk to, and real easy to deal with. It has you can choose your IF, I'm choosing a 2-meter IF I use 146.1 for 222.1. And that keeps it in the event that there's two of those stations running in the shack at the same time, 2 meters and 220. The 2-meter one that's the IF for 220 doesn't bother the other one. So and that works very well. And you can do it right on the 9700 or whatever the radio we have. You just put it in the second VFO and push the button, and it goes to 146.1, and you're off and running.
Sounds great. I will check that out. Thank you very much. And maybe I'll be able to hook that up behind my new 7610.
Yeah, Bill. But Bill's got a Ukrainian one, but they're not as stable as these Q5 signals. They're cheaper, but they're not as stable. And the Q5 signal can put out more power if you want it. If you don't have any amplifier, you probably want to just go ahead and get the 50-watt version of it. I think that's the highest power that they make. A little more expensive, but it might be worth it in lieu of buying an amplifier high. All right, let you go. And Q5signal.com, and that's it. It's easy.
Okay, thank you very much. I do appreciate the information. You have a pleasant good evening, and 73 for now. WV6 ISO.
7-3, Dennis, and back up to Reading again. Reading, KD6SW, KO6HS. Go ahead, Rich, if you're there.
Oh, yeah, I'm here. KD6 shortwave, number 145, way up here in good old Reading. Good evening.
Yeah, you might as well be right there in Sacramento. You're doing every bit as good as they are. Good signal. Good to hear you. How's the weather up there?
Well, right now I think it stopped raining, but it really poured down there for a couple hours this afternoon, and pretty good wind, and that settled down too. So I don't know. I think we're going to have some more tomorrow. Over.
Okay. Very good. Let's see if Jerry's in there. Jerry, KO6HS, Kilo Oscar 6, Hotel Sugar, K6MYC, over.
Major 6QO. KO6HS 230, Mike 230, we're in here. Took a little bit of a mistake, but we'll give it a try. Over.
Yeah, gotcha. Go ahead, make a transmission. And George, I hear you. AJ6 Queen Lima will get you in a second. Go ahead again, Jerry. And good to hear you. A nice signal this evening. KO6HS with KD6SW in Reading area, K6MYC. Go ahead, Jerry.
Roger. Sounds good there. Yeah, coming up a little bit there. Coming up. We're still here. We are enduring 45-mile-an-hour wind gusts here, but we are still on the ground. So we got everything tied up and tied down, and we're hoping we'll stay here. And although the wind has died down, we're hoping that it won't kick back up again, because that's a little too much wind for me. Over.
Yeah, well, 40 miles an hour usually doesn't do any damage, but it is annoying. It's hard to work in that weather, but it doesn't usually do enough damage. It moves lawn chairs and stuff like that, certainly, but it doesn't lift roofs off or anything. That's the main thing. It doesn't really knock any trees down. Pine cones down usually, but that's about it. So hopefully it won't do any damage to you there. There have been some high winds, and I guess this is a big storm system, so you're liable to get anything. We had hail here the other day, unexpectedly. It didn't hail anywhere around us. People all around us just got rain, or snow, but we got hail. And it caused a little damage here for some tarps that I was covering stuff that were tied up, and they ripped the corners out of the tarps. Yeah, Matt's awning on his motorhome collapsed with the weight of the ice. So a little damage like that, but we at least it wasn't baseball size like they got down in Texas today. KO6HS and then back up to Ridge, K6MYC, booming.
Roger, sounds good there. Yeah, we had that tree limb, a medium-sized tree limb come down and got blown out of the tree. It was from a dead tree, though. A dead tree had lost a limb. Just fell on the ground, so no damage there. So we're happy about that. But it did move some stuff in the backyard around, so now I got to get out there and move it back into place. But I'd rather not do that. But at least it wasn't any worse. Over.
Yeah, I'm glad it wasn't any worse than that. Very good. Okay, well, take care, and we'll look for you on Wednesday. And hopefully we'll survive. We got some rain coming in, 2 days worth of rain coming in tomorrow starting in the morning. 1 day worth of rain, okay.
Rain for a week.
and then no more rain for a week. So we're changing as on a daily basis here. Back up to you, Rich, for a wrap. KD6SW, K6MYC. 7-3, Jerry.
7-3.
Okay there, yeah. Well, I hope the wind is gone. I can't stand the wind. I can deal with everything else, but I don't like the wind. Too hard on everything. I was expecting some trees to come down on the property, but nothing happened in that department at Macy's. So anyway, everything's okay. Well, I'm still here, and treading water. 73, KD6 shortwave, Reading.
You might as well be right here in the shack with us. You're just pounding in at the moment. Very good signal. Good to hear you for a change. With some signal strength that we don't have to strain to hear, Rich. Great. Hang in there. And we'll get through this, and pretty soon it'll be summer, and we'll be listening in the morning of 105 out here. See you later, KD6SW. I look for you tomorrow on 6 meters, K6MYC.
We got to have something to complain about, you know. The weather's a good target. KD6SW.
Yeah, the weathermen, they have hard-shelled backs.
Oh, the heck with them.
7-3. Okay, AJ6 Queen Lima. George, thanks for standing by while we kibitzed with the boys in Reading. We don't get usually that much of an opening to them. AJ6 Queen Lima, give Judy your Bozo number, K6MYC.
Yeah, good evening, Mike and Judy. Bozo number is 1031, but I won't hold you much because signals are pretty weak today. That could be because we just had a major rain come through, over.
No, you're very strong here. Maybe I took a big fade or something, but you're very strong here, no problem. And when you first checked in, you were strong. So I haven't heard anything but big signals from you, George. Over.
Oh, that's good to hear. Yeah, because I'm only running 100 watts and versus your kilowatts. So, yeah, it's probably just a weird path or something. I don't know, but yeah, good to hear you and. Everything all right up here? Just wet and cold, over.
Yeah, good deal. Good. Yep. And
where is he?
Hey, tell Judy where you're living.
It's a little town called Cameron Park, two words, and it's about 10 miles west of Placerville, little air park community. There's a runway right in town, over.
Yeah, very good. She knows where you are. She lived up in San Andreas for a long time.
Oh, that's far away from here. No. Cameron Park is just 35 miles east of Sacramento, over.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah. She knows where you are.
I have.
Okay. Yeah, great, Mike. So have a good evening, and hope you get some more guys in Reading, and then you still have to do Nevada, right? Over.
Yeah, Nevada. We've got all there are in Reading. When they check in, everybody checks in from up there. There's two. We either get all of them or nothing. All right. Anybody else before we go to Nevada? K6MYC Bozo Net.
WA6HNA 1013.
01013. Good evening, Greg. Not real strong tonight, but decent copy. WA6HNA, K6MYC Pine Grove.
Groveland. WA6HNA. Hey, Mike, I've got a quick question. I opened up two of the HO loops for 2 meters, and I noticed that the phasing line, you've got one at 90 degrees and one at, I think it's 270 degrees, so they're 180 degrees out. Is that to knock off the loop that's, the energy going off perpendicular to the loop?
Yeah, I don't think you want to do that. Why would you have them mounted in opposite sides of the pole? Is that what you're doing?
No, for the horizontal loops, the HO loops, you've got a stacking kit, and one of the cables after the, I guess they're RG59. Anyway, one cable is only a quarter wavelength and one's 3/4 wavelength. So I was just curious if they're trying to null out, a loop always fires broadside for the most part. So I was wondering, trying to knock off the the energy going vertically and up and down basically, and keep the stuff going off to the side.
Yeah. You got my mind in a conundrum here. I think we tell you in the instructions in the stacking kit that you have to reverse something. I think the block has to be on the other side of the upper one or lower one. They're not exactly mirror image, but I think that is explained when you get the stacking kit. Over.
Oh, you know what? That's exactly it. Okay, that makes sense. It just hit me when you said that, because you've got one has the connector pointing down and one has the connector pointing up, so they're inverted from each other.
That's it exactly, and that's how you get that 180-degree phase shift back in phase again.
Okay, well, they're supposed to show up here in the next day or two, and we'll start working on getting that up with all the rest of my stuff up on the mast on the roof. I started reworking the roof installation today, so we're making progress.
Yeah, very good, very good. Alrighty. Well, I think there's two ways to do it. You can turn one loop upside down and have the connector pointing up. I don't usually like to do that. So I think in my case I've had both of them turned down, but I think you reverse the way that you assemble the loop on one of them so that you're feeding the opposite side. All you have to do is feed the opposite side. You turn the block over on the other side as opposed to the right side with a connector, put it on the left side on the upper one or something. Over.
Okay, yeah, that should be easy enough. I can take a look at that. The other question on the sort of the same part of that is you on your instructions, they're really kind of designed for being on a car, and you've got like between 40 to 50-inch separation. If it's going to be in a base station installation, is there a more preferred distance to separate them?
The optimum distance between them is 50 inches, or a little over 4 feet. Over.
Okay, and if I go more, is that better?
No, it starts to go worse. Over.
Oh, okay. Well, I can make it right at 50 then. I'll just go ahead and install it at 50 inches.
That's perfect. Yeah, 50 is fine. That's where it's the best.
Okay, I didn't know if that was something peculiar, just a mobile installation. So that worked out great. I've got a perfect spot for it on the map, so I appreciate that. All right, Mike, well, I'll let you get up in Nevada, and thanks for answering my antenna questions tonight. K6MYC, WA6HNA, Groveland.
Roger, no problem. I'm sorry about the Pine Grove thing. I don't know why I do that. I know it's Groveland. The 50 inches have been optimized with the computer. That's where the fields just couple properly and you get a maximum of almost 3 dB. Actually, you get almost more than 3 dB out of that system, the way it works. So it's a very effective to do the stacking. So 50 inches is, you're just trying to couple the fields. If you go over that, then your fields are not coupled and the gain starts to drop off. And you get split lobes in that horizontal or vertical pattern, so you don't want that. 50 inches, 48 to 50 is good. 7-3, Greg, great to hear you, and we'll look for you further on through the week here. WA6HNA, Groveland, K6MYC.
Okay, thanks for the help, Mike. K6MYC, WA6HNA, 73.
73. Anybody else before we go to Redding? I mean to Reno or Nevada.
N6RO.
N6RO. I won't rotate for you unless you've got something to pass on, Ken. It's copyable but not loud. N6 Radio Oscar 835. Go ahead.
Yeah, K6MYC, N6RO. Bozo 835, Charlie Mike 97. And temperature range was 42 to 63. And dinner was steelhead trout and broccoli. And I did an all-nighter in the RSGB RTTY. So I'm not as sharp as I could be. N6RO.
Okay. Yeah, we figured you were a little bit late there. You must be worn out from something. Very good. Thanks for the check-in, Ken. I won't keep you. We'll let you go, and we'll see you tomorrow night on 222, of course. Hopefully that'll hold together, and everything will work normally around 222 and 6 meters. And 6RO, Oakley, K6MYC.
Yeah, right. We'll see if everything works good, like it did last week. See you tomorrow in 6RO.
7-3. Okay, anybody else before we go to Nevada? I don't hear anybody, so Nevada, here we come. Just got to 9 o'clock, and I don't know whether Larry's going to bed yet or not. Larry, N7WT, K6MYC. Don't go to bed, Larry. How about Daniel, KE7UQL? How about you, Daniel? KE7UQL, KE7UQL. Maybe it's snowing really hard up here and you guys are off the air. KE7UQL, K6MYC, or N7WT, K6MYC. Who's up there? Well, how about N7 Victor Alpha Zulu? N7 VAZ. N7 Victor Alpha Zulu. N7 VAZ in Reno. K6MYC. N7 Victor Alpha Zulu. N7 Whiskey Tango. KE7UQL. K6MYC calling and listening. That's unusual. Okay, one last call. KE7UQL, Kilo Echo 7 Uniform, Quebec, London, or N7 Whiskey Tango, N7WT, or N7 Victor Alpha Zulu, K6MYC, Central California. K6MYC Bozo Net, 2 meters, calling and listening. Over. Again.
November 7, Victor Alpha Zulu, N7VAZ.
Okay, got you. N7 Victor Alpha Zulu. Great to hear you. Did you get his number, Judy? We didn't get your number. Give us your number again. Give us your Bozo number. Over.
Number is
119 something, I believe. Give it again. Please give me your Bozo number one more time. We're just not getting the whole thing for some reason. Give us it again, please. Over. I don't think it's 1193. 1190. 1190. Is that Roger?
It's 1193, Mike.
What's the number, Rob?
1193.
Really? I thought that was the last one we gave out, and it wasn't to him. I kept hearing a 3, but I didn't think I was hearing it right. Okay, we got it, John.
It's Eric.
Eric, I'm sorry, Eric. Thank you very much for calling in. Quite a surprise to hear you. Give me a little longer transmission, and maybe I can find a peak on you, Eric. Give me a little longer transmission. Tell me what you're using. Tell me what you're using for an antenna and your power. Over. I've lost you. Maybe you're having trouble with me. Give me another transmission, Eric. Give me another transmission. We've got your 1193. Roger, 1193. Tell me what you're using for an antenna and what's your power. What is your power level? Your power level and your antenna, Eric. N7 Victor Alpha Zulu, K6MYC. Standing by. Yeah, I've lost him, Rob. Anyway, we got him, so I hope it is 1193. I thought we gave 1193 to somebody else just this last week.
No, not that I know of. I can take a look.
Last one we gave out was W6WYT, and that was 559.
Yeah, we had 1190 is John, 1191 is Paul, 1192 is KO6HQR John, and then 1193 is N7VAZ.
I'll be darned. Okay, well, I guess maybe I thought we gave him a number some time back, but maybe not. Maybe we didn't give him a number till he finally showed up here. Okay. One way or the other, we got him. That's wonderful to have him check in from up there. Hopefully on the long term he can improve the station so he's got a little bit more margin here. Let me call one more time for the other guys. N7 Whiskey Tango, or KE7 UQL. Kilo Echo 7 Uniform Quebec London, K6MYC. Either of you there? Go ahead. Okay, nothing heard, so I guess we're done. 73, Eric, if you're hearing us. 73 to you, Eric. And 7VAZ, thanks so much for checking in. K6MYC. Adios. Okay, back to the Bay Area, I guess. I don't know who we're going to get. I guess we ought to go down and see if we can get Eddie. That's what we ought to do. Okay, let me just try anybody else in the Bay Area. Last checks. I got WB6WNI. How about you, Gary? Are you here? WB6WNI, K6MYC.
Who's here? 745 is here.
Who is it?
Houseful. 745.
Good evening, Mike. Yes, you talk about late. Oh, you probably can hear my fork. Late dinners. I'm glad I was listening.
KN6FZH.
Tonight, but your signal, as always, is excellent. We're expecting some rain pretty soon. K6MYC,
KF6 FZH Whiskey 6 Bravo Sierra. Just stand by a minute. They're probably sorting out a little paperwork snafu there. He didn't just disappear on you.
Mike,
over.
Copy that. Over.
I got 6 people talking at once, Frank. I'm listening to the Bay Area. I got it. And I hear the other station. I was trying to catch WB6WNI there. Good evening, Gary. WB6WNI, we had 2 or 3 people talking at once, so I didn't hear what you said. Let me just put you on hold just a second. Let me get the other call. SHI, was it? Give me your call again and your Bozo number, please. Over.
745, and my call is KN6FZH.
Okay, very good.
Elusia.
Huh?
Elusia. E-L-U-J-I-A is his name.
Okay.
This is Eli. Yeah.
This is Eli, E-L-I.
No, it's Eli. Okay. We probably had it written down wrong. Very good, Eli. Yes, I know who Eli is now. Good evening, Eli. Good to hear you.
Good evening, Mike.
It was nice to see you at the club meeting the other night.
Yeah, you too.
Okay, let's see. Gary, we got a local check-in. He's checking in probably from WA6OYB's QTH. That's his grandson. That's Ken's grandson over here. It threw me for a loop because he doesn't check in very often. Obviously, he doesn't have his own station yet. Hi. Anyway, back to you, Gary, and now we're copying. We're good signal from you, but the local stations are just so powerful they overpowered you. WB6WNI, K6MYC. Go ahead, Gary.
Well, thank you, Mike, and don't worry, grandson. No, we want the young hams, Mike, right? Don't scare off young hams. Do not. And hi, Judy. I heard your voice there in the background. And, yeah, it was a nice day there. Your signal was S9. I mean, I'm really surprised. I guess you're right. There is some sort of pathway between here and Fresno, at least where you are. And, yeah, it's doing very well. We're still eating dinner, Mike. So I'm glad you came back around. And I have my trusty Labrador here thinking more food is coming her way. Anyway, I'll say 73, but thank you so much for coming back to the Bay Area. K6MYC and Judy, WB6WNI, 1090.
Okay. Normally try to come back, Gary. I was going to skip it tonight, but then I realized I hadn't picked you up. We normally, the only other two that we hadn't gotten so far was AB6SR, who hasn't checked in for about a month, and Ed, WA6AXX, who hasn't checked in for a couple of months. So I don't know whether we've lost those guys or not there. They're both very liberal, and that may be what the problem is. They don't feel comfortable or something. Anyway.
Yes, that's, oh heavens, now I can't think of his name. Stan, is it Stan or the one, SR? Yes, he's really close by to me, and you're right, I have not heard him.
He just said to me the last time I worked him, he went for about 2 weeks and didn't check in, and all of a sudden he checked in, and he said he was just burned out on the radio. Just burned out. I don't know why he would. I don't know what he's doing to get burned out, but maybe he just gotten off into other things and other issues and doing other things in the house at the time that the net is on, so no worries. He also indicated that one time when he talked to me that he and I had different political views, so I assumed that was a warning. And of course we know about, because we've had Ed's comments for quite some time. He's not a Trump lover, to say the least. Anyway, I don't know why that would stop him from checking in here. He's got all the equipment. It's a shame to have all that stuff upstairs and all the antennas and then not calling in, because sometimes he's very helpful to me. He can hear stuff that I can't hear, and people can hear him that can't hear me. So it's very helpful to have Ed in there.
Oh, okay. I take it you turned it back, right? You turned it back to me, Mike?
Well, I didn't turn it to anybody, but you can take it, Gary. Go ahead.
All right, Mike. Since it's quiet and Judy's there, and I'm curious, because I asked somebody else, and I said, I wonder, Mike, since you follow politics, does my name ring a bell? And I'll give you a hint. It's my full name down there in Fresno. Have any of the guys who've heard me made a connection? I'm just curious because we bring up politics, and yes, this guy is into local politics. Do you know where I'm leading with this? Uh-oh, Mike, are you still thinking?
Do you have a relative down in this area that's in politics, Gary?
Well, a distant relative, because all John Paulies come from Lucca, Italy, so we're related. No, there is a Gary John Pauli in Fresno who used to be in local Fresno politics. And I only discovered that maybe 5-6 years ago, way before I got on Bozo Net, and I just looked up my name. And there was Gary John Pauli, Fresno. So, yeah, look him up. I thought I was wondering if anybody asked you am I the same person? But the answer is no. It's just, I find it fascinating, Mike, small world.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, that's not a very common name, that Italian name. I'm sure it's Italian. It's not very common, even in this area or even in the Italian communities. Anyway, no, I haven't. I recognize the name vaguely when you mentioned it. I've heard the name down here, but I don't remember what part of politics he's in, whether he was in some board of supervisors or something for the city or something. But I have heard the name. Over.
Oh, very good. He also was in agriculture, and Mike, that's so far back, but it was, yes, local Fresno government and somewhat of agriculture. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, once again, small world. Anyway, we'll say 73 to you and Judy, and let you get some rest there. K6MYC to AB6WNI. Good evening, Mike and Judy.
Go back and feed your dog, please. He's looking at you with those sorrowful eyes. You are going to give me another piece of meat, aren't you? All right, see you, Gary. Thank you. 73. WB6WNI, K6MYC. Rob, you rotated down toward Eddie?
No, I'm trying to play catch-up on the log. I'll be down there in a minute. I don't know if he can hear me. I can barely hear him. I don't know how much power he's running.
Hear who?
Eddie.
Oh, okay. Now I'm pointing down that way now.
KE6BK, Eddie, you on tonight for the 2-meter Bozo Net? KE6BK, this is KM6SR with K6MYC, standing by.
How about anybody in Visalia and W6? Is it W6LAD? Ian hasn't checked in for so long. I've forgotten his call. Is it N6 or W6LAD? We got W6PYP, and we had another one the other day in Visalia, and I can't remember what that call was. Aside from Bill, even AA6S, who never checks in on Sunday night. I guess we're all alone. How about KB6RQU? I guess that's the end of the list. Let's see how many we got here. 43, according to Judy. 43.
Okay, I'll have to finish putting mine together and see if I come up with 43.
Thanks for the ride the other night, by the way. You drove off before I came back. I had a handful of green pieces of paper for you, but you drove off.
Yeah, it's okay. No big deal. And let's see. I didn't get all of Dennis's first check-ins because he didn't repeat them, and I didn't get up here fast enough to tune my antenna his way.
Okay, I could give them to you. It was... Judy can give them to you. I'll let you read them. Are you ready for her to read them?
Roger.
160-336-782-849 132-1101. I think that's it.
Okay, roger on that. I just missed the two from Clear Lake that he gave.
Okay. Aaron, are you in the background there? And Frank, you probably went into the house already. W6BBS, are you still there?
I'm here.
Okay, you're working HFDX, I bet.
Well, I'm not, but Frank might be. K6US Life.
That's what I was saying, Frank. Okay, I don't know. I had the audio down so low I couldn't tell whether it was Frank or you that came back. Frank, are you here? Frank went back in the house. He's got a bad back and is probably hurting. Anyway, just wanted to say good evening to you again, and thanks for the effort. I'm sorry we got into the shack a little late. We didn't get here till exactly 7:30, so I imagine you were starting to get wondering why I hadn't turned things on earlier, but I didn't get out to the barn at all today. Normally I come out a couple of hours early and turn everything on, but I did not do that today, so everything was cold from the start here.
Oh, no worries. Yeah, it's pretty easy for me to notice when you've turned the radio on. So I, had everything ready to go, and just wait for you to flip the radio on and then make the connection. So we were basically live on YouTube with dead air, but at least people knew we were there.
Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. Well, let's see. I think we're done here. We're going to go in and get warm. I got this, it's not too bad in the shack, but I've got a fan on the power supply that's underneath my bench here, and every now and then it comes on and blows cold air on my knees. And it's warm enough in the shack we didn't turn the heater on in here, but the cold air off of that power supply is really bugging me. All right, good night, guys. Good night, Rob. Good night, anybody else that's listening here. Good night from Judy.
Good night, everybody.
Okay, see you later, Evan. See you later, Rob.
Hey, Mike, K6NYC. I didn't get the first guys you talked to.
Oh, the first guys we talked to on the list. Well, let me see. I have my list right here. The first 5.
Who's asking?
Rob.
72.
982. What's the third one? 704. You get those?
I get Terry 704, but I'm still missing 2.
775.
Yeah, I got Mike.
And you got 226, and you did get Eli.
Oh yeah, he's at the end. No, I came in a little late, probably 8:35 or so.
But you got 41, and we got 43.
Roger.
Well, yeah, I'm sure he's got 1079 and 1100. Those are given.
Yep.
You got, what is 1109? Who is that? Oh, yeah, 1109. Did you get Ron in here?
No, I did. Oh, 1009. No, I didn't get him.
Okay, that'll give you one. What was the other one around?
982, Daryl.
Yeah, he's got Daryl, 982. Another one?
971, Dave.
Yeah.
803, Dan.
Yeah, 803 and 107.
Yeah, I got all those. Was somebody on real early today? I got Dave, LOL, because he was on early, I guess.
Well, he came in later too, so we got 856, and then we got Darren up there, 756, 756, 759, and 756. We got the 2 guys in Reading, 145 and 230. We did get AJ6 Queen Lima, 1013, I believe. I'm sorry, 1031.
Yeah, I got all those. Yeah, I was kind of disappointed. I heard the guys from Reading really good, but I had no way of getting back to them. They run power, don't they?
No, they don't run power. You got the same power they do.
Huh, yeah, usually I don't hear them because it's good propagation tonight.
Yeah, it was. They started to pound in here at times. A couple of dandy peaks from both Jerry, KO6HS, and Rich had a wonderful peak at the end there. Anyway. anyway, we didn't get the 3. Well, we didn't get 2 out of 3, or 3 out of 4 out of Nevada. We could have had N7SUN or K7SUN. It was not there. KE7UQL was not there. N7WT was not there, but we did get N7VAZ, of course. And I don't think we got anybody else. KO6KD, Bill?
Yeah, I got him.
In the Bay Area, we got KB6BA. The first one in was 111, Russ 111.
Yep, I got them.
And you got the Bozo Countdown 1098 Lee.
Yep.
He's only missing, what do you got, 41, and we got 43, or do you have 42 now?
I've got 42.
Well, we're close enough. Let's not worry about it.
Okay. Good night, Judy. Good night, Mike. K6NYC, KM6SR, 73.
Okay, good night, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Roger. I'm calling the Aries Net tomorrow, so I won't be able to come in until we're all done. Over.
Roger, no problem.
I'll try to remember to keep the log.
Okay, well, 222 is easy. It's usually 15 or 16 people, so that one's easy. If we have to reiterate the whole thing, it's not a big deal. When they get into the 40s, it gets time-consuming and boring, and we tend to forget what we're doing. I don't know if Ken, WA60IB, are you still there with Eli?
Eli was up this late.
Yeah, well, he helped Judy with something yesterday when we were at the meeting, and she went. Oh, she has a cell phone. Yeah, all these young kids know how to make those cell phones work, don't they? We always have a problem with a cell phone. 7-3's Aaron. Good night. We'll see you tomorrow.
Well, I think now all the kids are born with a cell phone. It just comes right out with them.
Yeah, one stuck in each ear, huh?
Roger. All righty. Good night, Judy, and good night, Mike. K6USY.
Good night, Aaron. K6USY, KM6SR, 73.
What direction are you pointed, Rob?